Hello and welcome you all to the second part of the mega complete real-time DevOps CI/CD series. And today we will conclude, today we will begin with the second part, like what are the things we have pending, like we are pending with the deployments part. So what are all the things we have seen in the previous video? Hope you are aware of that. So what are the things? Let me quickly discuss what are the things we have achieved in the previous video. So basically we are having a Java application. We are pushing the code to a GitHub repo, and once we are pushing the code to the GitHub repo, on the basis of that we have built a Jenkins job. So I will count it as a CI part is done. So once Jenkins will have its Groovy file, so we saw how we can write the declarative pipeline using Groovy. Okay, along with that we are running multiple test cases on the same code using Maven. We are building the code, we are sending the code to the SonarQube for the static code analysis. And once the code is fine, we are pushing the code, we are packaging the code to and deploying it. We are pushing it, building image with the same artifacts and all by packaging. So for that we have wrote a multi-stage Docker file as well in the previous video. Hope you are aware of that. So once we have built, we have done the image management, we have stored the different version of image to the Docker hub. Okay, and here you can see along with that what we saw, we have our release, snapshot or snapshot management, you can say. So we have stored different version of release and snapshot of our particular code to the Sonatype Nexus repo. And the Sonatype Nexus repo, we saw like how we can store, how we can create repository and store our snapshot on the release artifact. Okay, so in today's video we will see how to write Kubernetes manifest file. Okay, so hope you are aware, in the last video we saw like how we have pushed our image to the Docker hub. Okay, after that what we have to do, we have to deploy the same code over Amazon EKS. So for that, what are all the things we need? First thing, this EKS, Amazon EKS should be created first. Okay, once this is created, so here how we are creating, we are writing Terraform script. We have already written Terraform script. Hope you are aware, in one of the previous video we saw. So I will be using the same code to deploy my infrastructure. Okay, once we will deploy this infrastructure, I will write Kubernetes manifest file, in which I will use my this Docker image which I have pushed it to the Docker hub. Correct. The same image I will be using in the Kubernetes manifest file, and I will be deploying onto Kubernetes EKS, Amazon EKS using Jenkins. Okay, so for that, what we need? We need a Jenkins CD pipeline. So here we will see Groovy scripting as well. So let me quickly walk you through the what are all the prerequisites you have to follow before coming to this video. So this is first thing, you have to watch the part 1 of this video, that is very compulsory, mandatory. Or in the second, you can see must watch the Terraform infra creation code. So the code I said like I will be using my previous one of the code for infrastructure building. Like it will create the whole set of VPC subnets, multiple VPC subnet. Okay, Kubernetes EKS, along with that multiple nodes, security group, route table, internet gateway, NAT gateway, many more. So make sure, so I will put these two video link in the description, video discussion, so that you can have a look on that. So many of you are facing issues with the server, because in the part 1 I have not shown how you can set up all the server. Like we are having SonarQube, we are having Jenkins, we are having Nexus. So these three setup I will be continuing in this particular series. So if you are good with your this installation part, so you can move back to the next video, you can continue with this, means like you can skip to the skip to the particular part from where I will be writing the Jenkins file. But this is also very important. Like if you many of you will not be able to install the Nexus part. Okay, because that is little bit tricky. So based on the demand only, I'm going to do the server setup in this project as well. Okay, after that, so these are the things I will be doing: Jenkins server setup, SonarQube setup, and the Nexus setup. Once we are done with this all setup, what are the topics we are going to cover in this video? First is EKS cluster creation using Terraform. We will use Deployments.yml file where we will be using our image which have been pushed to the Docker Hub. We will be writing the Service.yml file so that we can expose our application, we can expose our pods so that the web page will be accessible to us. Okay, so Jenkins CD simply means how we will write the Jenkins declarative pipelines. Okay, so it is going to be little advanced, so we will use parameters, we will use environment variables in Jenkins. So you are not aware of that, like how to parameterize anything. Suppose we will be able to create a drop down, like either you want to uh, create a EKS cluster, or create the deployments, create the services. So we will be giving user, we will be making rich to the user experience here. Along with that, we will be using environments variables. So hope in the first video I told you already to variabilize the Nexus things. Okay, and this is the best part, like we will be doing the error debugging as well. Okay, so let's go to our AWS portal and start creating this all server. Okay, so I am here. You can see I do not have any server running right now. So I will launch instance. So here, what is the first server we will create? That is Jenkins, correct? OS is loading. We will choose Ubuntu. I will choose this 2004 LTS. Okay, and here I will be choosing keypad as I have already created this. And for the instance type, I will be using T2 medium. Why? Because I will be running SonarQube server on this EC2. Okay, so that is why I'm using the same. So it should be like minimum 2 vCPU and 4 GB required GB of memory. Okay, so I will be choosing that. So leave it as it is. So because we are running two servers, so maximum memory I will take like 20 GB. Okay, once this is done, let's do one thing. Okay, so let's launch this EC2 instance. Once we will create this, so what are the what is one thing you have to do, I will show you. Okay, once Jenkins server is created, let's create the Nexus as well. Okay, so make sure we are using, remember, like we are using same server for Jenkins and SonarQube. Okay, again I will choose the same OS, that is Ubuntu 2004. Okay, it's coming. I will be choosing medium. Okay, and what is the version I said? I will be choosing, okay, Ubuntu 2004. It's slow. Okay, let's choose a key. This key we have already created, nothing to do with these all things. Okay, just take memory high. Okay, sorry, not memory, this is the volume. So I have took volume as 20 GB. Okay, so don't take less than that. And one more thing, if you are running this Nexus, minimum size you have to take T2 medium, otherwise it is not going to run at all. Okay, once this is done, let's launch this instance. Okay, okay, so now we will start configuring our Jenkins server. So let's go back. Which is our Jenkins server? This is our Jenkins server, correct? Just click on connect. Okay, so it will open new tab. Again, go back to instance. Where is our Nexus? This is our Nexus. It is still getting created, so let's wait for that. Okay, until till that time we can configure our Jenkins. So hope you can go to my GitHub repo and you have this installation script repo. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to go and search this Jenkins. Okay, simply nothing you have to do, just copy this. Okay, it is also coming up, so let's wait for some time. Once this is up, what you have to do, just create a .sh file. We are having basically a shell script. Okay, I named it something, paste it. Once this is done, just save this file, escape wq. Okay, now run this script. Let's wait until this is done. Let's go back and check either our Nexus server is up or not. So it is running now. Let's connect with this, and this is going to be very important, the Nexus server setup. Okay, so in the first video only I have given you this link. Okay, so you can take a reference of that, but I will be showing you live here how we can do the setup. Okay, so Jenkins is going on. Until that time, let's do one thing. Let's come here. Okay, once we are here, okay, I become a root user now. Let's just go to this link. Okay, and go and start from the beginning. The things you have to do, make sure whenever you have created any new server, don't forget to do this. Don't forget to do this. So let's wait until this will update. It will reconfigure our libraries and packages. So that is why we have updated our new Linux system. Okay, our Jenkins installation is still in progress. Okay, so initial password is denied. Let's check Jenkins is running or not, at least systemctl status Jenkins. Okay, this is running correct. So we want to check because it is trying to access this, correct? So it cannot be accessed because we are not a root user, correct? So for that, what you have to do, just become a root user. Just cat the password. You have the password now, correct? Before that, what you have to do, just go to the Jenkins. Now what is the password of the Jenkins server? Public IP. This is the public IP, correct? Just copy this, open a new tab, hit 8080, enter. So the first thing your Jenkins server is going to ask, that is your password, correct? So let's wait. It is not, you're not, you will not be able to access this. Okay, why? Because due to your this security group configuration. Okay, so you're not able to access now. So I am going to do a magic here. You have to open the port. Okay, so just go back. This is our Jenkins, correct? Just select this. It is still initializing. Okay, now it is good. Let's select this, go to security, click on your this security group ID. Once you will click, you will go to the security group dashboard where you have to enable some ports, then only you will be able to access your Jenkins. So once you are here, so mainly you need 8080 port, right? That should be enabled, but what I will be doing for that particular time, I will be enabling all the traffics. Okay, but according to your project you can choose. Okay, so I have done this. Now once I will refresh this, it should come up. It came up, correct? So this is a very good way of troubleshooting. Okay, this interviewer may ask you how you will troubleshoot this, correct? So make sure this is very important for you. I have the password. I am going to copy this password. Copy. Let's go here. Continue. No need to save. install all the suggested plugins. Okay, so let it be let it get installed. Now I am into the Nexus server, so first thing is done. What is the next step is required? You need to install Java first, so I am going to install Java here. Okay, take any address, email address, that is not an issue. Once this is done, this is nothing, never, just save and finish. So we are good with our Jenkins server. Now we will completely focus on Nexus, and after that we will see the SonarQube installation as well. So let's go back and let's see if it is done. Okay, this is fine. Now what we will do, let's go back, let's check the Java version. If it is installed, no need to check as well. Okay, it is already installed, I see. Okay, once we are done with our Java, we are ready with installation of Nexus. Okay, we have added. Now we have to do this, we have to set this user as a no password. It should not pop up with the password as a root user. Okay, once this is done, let's go and let's download the SonarQube in this particular server, opt/nexus. Okay, that is why this command we are running. Let's paste the command and hit enter. Okay, it has downloaded a targeted file into some directory which we gave, right, into this opt/nexus. Once it's done, we will do what? We will unfile, go back server, and the important thing is yet to come. Okay, so once we have done this, just go back, check the next command. We have to give it some permission, okay, to that particular folder. It's given. Now see this path. In this path, what you have to do, just copy this, go back and open in vi editor mode. Wherever you see uh, double dot for SonarQube, what you have to do, you have to make it single. Okay, 1 2 3 4. Once this is done, just save and quit. Once this is done, you have to again edit some other thing, that is this path. You have to set it to run as a Nexus user. Again go back here, again paste this VIs. Here you have to provide run as. First thing you have to uncomment this path. Okay, I have uncommented, and here you have to pass Nexus. You hope you remember we have created user Nexus and given all the permission. So once this is done, you have to start the Nexus server. Okay, so I am going to start the Nexus server now. Just paste that command, last command, because everything you have given in the opt/nexus folder. So executable is inside this only, so that is why we are running this command, so that it will start the Nexus server. Once you will hit enter, Nexus getting started now. How we will check? Let's take the public IP of the Nexus server from here, copy, paste, and at what port Nexus runs, that is 8081. Enter. It takes some time to come up, so do not worry about that. But again, you will not be able to access. Why? Because of the security group. Again, go back. For the same I have done with the Jenkins, I will be doing with this as well. I will be exposing all the port as of now, so you're able to take all the traffic. But it should enable 8080 only. Okay, according to your project you can enable that. So I am here in the Nexus security group. I will add an inbound rule here. I'll be choosing all traffic from anywhere IPv4 only. Once this is done, let's refresh this. Once you will refresh, this is live. Okay, so now the third thing. So what are all the things we have done? We are good with our Jenkins server setup. We are good with our Nexus setup, not setup, only installation. We will do the setup. And third thing is remaining, that is SonarQube setup. Okay, so now we will go for SonarQube. So what are all the things we have to do? So let's sign up first. Okay, it's user, it is showing that is admin, and how you will get this password. Here you will get your password. Copy this, go to your Nexus, cat. Okay, so this is your password till root. Just copy this. Don't try to do Control C, that is not going to work. Once you will do, you can change the password. Make sure you remember your password, because that only you are going to use in your Jenkins, so it should not cause an issue. So I given same username, admin. Okay, username and password, fine. I will be enabling as of now this anonymous access. Next, finish. Okay, so let's do the setup first. It is ready. Okay, it is already ready, so we will do the setup here. Okay, let's do one thing. Jenkins is also ready. What we will do, we will install this SonarQube as well, correct? So for running the SonarQube, we need what uh, we need that we will be running SonarQube as a container, right? So for that, you need this Docker to be installed on the Jenkins server only. So just go to your Jenkins server, vi jenk.sh. Once you are there, just paste here. Okay, okay, we are installing Jenkins again. Okay, no issues. We just given wrong, correct. We should give some meaningful name like docker.sh, but I gave again jenkins.sh. So let it be installed till now. Now what I will do, I will create again repositories. Okay, if you are aware of that, if you are not aware of that, please watch my previous video. Okay, so I will choose Maven to hosted. And here we have to give the name of the Nexus repo what we have used in our previous code. So what was the name? It was something like demo app hyphen release. Okay, I will just create this. Again we need one more repo to store the snapshot. Again we will choose Maven to hosted, click on that. Here we will make other name like snapshot. Fine. Once good with that, we will choose the version policy as a snapshot. Nothing to do with that, this is fine. Okay, so we are good with our Nexus repo now completely. So now we are left with our SonarQube only. So let's see, is it installed or not? Where is our Jenkins server? This is our Jenkins server. So it's already installed. Let's see, docker info. It will check Docker is installed or not. Okay, so Docker is installed. So simply go to installation script. Okay, go to your this SonarQube.sh. There is nothing, there is just a command which will run your SonarQube. Okay, just copy and paste into the Jenkins server where you have installed your Docker. Once you will hit enter, it will start installing your your SonarQube as a Docker container. Okay, let's wait for a moment until this is done. Okay, so we are good with this. Let's check Docker container, either our SonarQube container is running or not. So it is running, right? So how we will access this? We will access using the same IP which Jenkins have. Okay, so this is the IP of the Jenkins. At what we access our SonarQube 9000. Remember, this is also interview question. So let's wait until this will come up. We are good with our Jenkins. We are good with our Nexus. Many more things we have to do with Jenkins, right? I will show you. I will show you complete setup what we have done in the previous project. So don't worry about that. Until SonarQube is starting, let's do one thing. So what is the prerequisites? So this infra using Terraform should be created, right? So till that time, let me do one thing. This is my Terraform code, correct, which we have created in one of our previous video. So I am not going to show you how to write Terraform code again. So please watch that video so that you will have an understanding. You will be able to create this template that we will using, that the same playlist we are using in this project. So this project is a complete combo of many project in my channel, right? So let me run this till that time Terraform init. So it will deploy basically your EKS cluster. It is a complete infrastructure setup. You can see if you will go to module, see how impressive it is looking. So make sure you learn. This is a complete Terraform expert course, right? So just go back and watch that video so that once this is done, Terraform plan hyphen verify equals to dot slash config slash. So let's run plan first before executing this, so that it will give you a complete blueprint of what are all the things you are going to create. Okay, so once we will run the plan, our infrastructure creation will go on process. Okay, so that is fine. Now we will go with our setups and all. Okay, so once this is fine, just go back and run the same command terraform apply, and in the last what you will do, I don't want to press again yes, correct? So for that what you will do, hyphen auto approve. So it will not ask you you want to create this. Okay, yes, you want to create this, that is why you do not want saying yes or no. Once our infrastructure is ready to create, let's see the status, then we will jump back to our SonarQube setup again. So let's see. Hope you wrote correct. Terraform apply hyphen auto approve. No, why it is taking much time. Let's cancel this. It is slipping. Terraform apply. So it is taking little time to process. No worry about that. Okay, so it started creating. Fine. Now we can switch back to the previous task what we were doing. So this is our SonarQube. So by default the password is admin only, right? Admin and admin. Hope this is correct. So now it will pop up for the password change. Okay, you cannot keep admin again here, like it's the same we did in Nexus. So previous password was admin. Now I will keep it Sonar. Okay, remember, update. So it's been updated now. Okay, let's go back and check our Terraform status. It is still in creation process, so no worry about that. Okay, 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 fine, fine. Okay, now what is the thing we will do now? Once you will open your SonarQube, first thing you have to do, you have to go to this, where is that, okay, no, okay, yes, administration. In the administration you have this webhook. Okay, and here I already shown in the previous video, but still I am showing this time as well, Jenkins webhook. Okay, here what you have to do, you just have to take the IP of your Jenkins. So this is the IP of your Jenkins. Just copy this, go back to the Nexus. Two thing you have to do in SonarQube. Okay, two thing. First thing is configuring webhook. Okay, okay, first thing we have done, we have configured the webhook. Second thing you have to do, you have to generate a secret. Secret will do what? Secret will basically authenticate your server to the Jenkins. So go to users, click here, or here, click here, name a token name like something like sonar auth, correct, generate. Just copy this, just copy this, because once you will close, it is going to uh, delete, it is going to hide this. Okay, just click on done. So now we are done with our SonarQube setup as well. Okay, fine. And our this setup is still in progress. So what are all the things we have to change? We will see, we will see. So these are all the things regarding server setup we have to do. Okay, so rest of the things I have already shown in the previous video, so I will not be continuing with that. So let's close this, because in this project we do not need this SonarQube, we do not need this Nexus, we just need this Jenkins dashboard. So now we are coming to the this part. Okay, what are the topics need to be covered? So we saw all the things, server setup side, and more thing like how we have done the CI part of the Jenkins by Groovy scripting. Just go back to the previous script, you can check it there. Okay, now these things, so we have done the cluster creation using Terraform. Let's check the status now. Okay, so it hardly take 20 minute for the EKS cluster and 20 minutes for the node creation. Okay, it's still 6 minutes it is showing, so let's wait for many time. Till that time what we can do, we can write our deployments.yml file, we can write our service.yml file. Okay, so let's go back to our code and let's start writing this deployments file. Just give me a moment. So here let's create Jenkins CD. Okay, this is the file. We do not need this Jenkins file here. CI part we have already shown, correct? So we will start with the CD part now. Okay, so let's start writing our Kubernetes manifest file. Sorry for the audio disturbance. So let me type kind will be deployment API version. You know, it will come under apps/v1. I don't know why it is showing in this color. Okay, no worries. Metadata. Here we will mention the labels, the replicas, the names. Okay, mainly names. What will we name? Deployment. This is the name. Okay, now it came in clear. Now it looks good, correct? So now the fourth thing, spec. Okay, so in the interview, interviewer is going to ask you about deployment. The first question, so what is the breakup of a simple manifest file? So fourth thing you will say, that is kind, API version, metadata, and spec. This is an interview question. Okay, now in the specification we will be writing our how many replicas we want to run, right? Replicas, how many replicas? 2 replica I want to run. Here we have to mention selector, selector, and after that match labels. In the match labels, what you want to give, I will be giving this app and my Spring Boot name is fine. Spring Boot app looks good. So once we are done with this, after that your template will come, correct? Here we will write our template things. Okay, template, again metadata for container. Okay, so this is regarding the deployments, correct? And this will, now you will use the same metadata specification, whatever thing is there for container now. So inside metadata, what are all the things will come? Labels. What label you want to give? I want to give the same label. Fine. Once label you give, what I told, you have to give a specification for the container now. Spec C. Okay, make alignment is correct, otherwise it is going to throw many error. Now once this is done, we are good with our label. Here we have to name what is the name of the container I want to give. So let's take this name only. Okay, and what image, which image you want to use? So I will be using my Docker Hub. Let's go to the Docker Hub. Hope you remember in the previous project we have pushed the image, correct? So okay, where is that? Not this, Docker Hub. Log into the Docker Hub and let's check what is the last thing. Let's sign in. Okay, it is showing already this name. Yeah, we just need the image name. Okay, nothing else. So this is I will be choosing the, let's do that. So let's take this. Okay, just copy and go back to the code manifest and here just paste. So with that I will be using latest one. Okay, so we will be using latest one. If you will not write, it is obviously it is going to take the latest only. Okay, so no need to worry if you are keeping this latest or not, always it is going to take the latest only. So image pull policy, you can define like always it should always pull from the Docker Hub only. Okay, which port you want to enable. So this is very important, right? So container port option will be there, and see container port, here you have to define how you will get this. It depends on you which port of the application you are exposing. Go to source, go to main, go to Java, go to this config. not this, go to resources and see there is application.properties file. So basically my application is going to run on this port 9099. Okay, so the same port you will use. Where I written Jenkins CD. Okay, let me rename this. That, sorry for that. Deployments.yml. Okay, so this looks good. Now we are good with our deployment file. Now deployments. Now we will write our service.yml file, correct? So we have to expose this application. So here we are using that image. It will pull that image from Docker Hub and it will create image container. It will pull this image from Docker Hub and it will create container. How many container will be running? 2 container. Now let's create service.yml. This is a very important file, you are aware, right? So the same, what is the breakup of a YAML file, Kubernetes manifest file? This first kind, API version. Okay, what is the service name you want to give? Let's take some name. My service is fine. My service. Okay. Now metadata is done. Now I want to use a label here. Label. What label I want to you want to use this? What is the label we gave here? I will be using same. Hope you are aware of the basics of manifest file. Okay, so once this is done, I will go to the selector part. What is the selector? This is the selector, correct? What is the type? I will be using this type as a load balancer here. Okay, and what is the port? So this name not required. Okay, better let's take node port and take any port, like I will take from 30,000 to 32,000 something, so 30036. Let's take this, and here see this port you are transferring the container traffic, right? 9099. The same port I will be taking here in the target port. Okay, once this is done, we are good with our deployment and services, right? Now we will be creating our Jenkins file, correct? Jenkins CD. Fine. So how we will start our Jenkins file? For that, what is the first command? So basically we are writing here a declarative Jenkins file, right? So declarative Jenkins file will be written in such a way, like pipeline. We already saw in the first video, right? Agent any. Now stage, correct? Stage is first, correct? And inside stage there will be many stages as well, right? So inside stage, let's take first stage as git checkout. Fine. And in each stage you have to mention the steps as well, like we saw this in the previous video. Steps. Fine. Now in the steps section you have to provide the URL of the GitHub, correct? So go back to your GitHub where you have kept your code. So I will be pushing the latest code, don't worry about that. I'm just generating the syntax. Just go to the dashboard of the Jenkins here. Go to manage Jenkins. Okay, we took this. So generate the syntax, just click on new item. Let's create a job first. Okay, demo app cd, this looks good. Click on pipeline, I will be using this one. Just click on ok. So once this is done, here just choose pipeline scm. Fine. And what is the scm type? GitHub. Okay, since that is a public repo, so no need to authenticate. Correct. If it is if it is a private repo, then what you will do, you will create credential, you will add username, password, whatever is required. If you will go to this, so in which branch we have the code? We have in main branch, right? Just keep it main. And what is the Jenkins file name? So let's see, what is the Jenkins file we are having here? Jenkins cd, correct. So the same name you will use, Jenkins cd. Fine. If you are having your script in a certain folder, what you will do, you will provide the certain location like /opt /bin /jenkins cd. So my pipeline is here. I'll apply and save. So let's come to the point. We need the GitHub URL syntax generator. So just come here, just click on Git. Once Git is here, just select that. Okay, provide the repo URL again. Okay, once your repo URL is here, in which branch you have the code, in the main branch you have the code, select that. Just click on this, just take this, just take off this completely, copy, come back to the Jenkins code. Okay, still our pipe Terraform EKS is getting created, see. So once we have this, let's push this code and let's test once. Okay, so git add git commit -m, like git checkout. Fine. And let's push, git push origin. Once our code will go, we can trigger the pipeline so that we can see the checkout is working or not. So git pull is required, I guess. Git pull first because many changes will be there. Okay, now we can do git add, git commit, git push. Okay, once we have all of our code here, just refresh this page. Once we will have our deployment services Jenkins CD file. Okay, so this looks good. Now let's check. We have our deployments, we have our Jenkins CD here, correct. So let's trigger the pipeline first without thinking. Just go to this, just click on build. Now we will see the parameterize field as well, so no, don't worry about that. Just check git checkout is getting triggered. This looks good. Now let's go back and let's configure our Jenkins pipeline. For the, let's check status. Okay, so our EKS along with single node has been deployed. This is fine because that will take our maximum time, right? So now we are good with that. Let's create a second stage. So before that, what I told, I will create parameter, right? So I will show you what is parameter. You will simply write parameters block and you will give choice. Inside choice, you have to provide some values like name of the choice, like action, which action you want to perform. Okay, and after action, what are all the choices you want to give? Choices, So choices will be like you want to create or 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 what, create, destroy, or destroy. I will show you EKS cluster what it does, don't worry about this cluster. So this looks good, right? And along with that you have to add a description so that you can easily understand, user can easily, you are increasing basically user readability. So description will be like create, update, or destroy the EKS. Fine. So this is the first thing. So now let's push it and okay, so now we have added this choice. So now we will go for the second stage. I will show you going forward the wonders of parameter and environment variables. So paste. What is the second step we will use? We will use a EKS cluster connection. So you know, right, how to connect with a EKS cluster. So for that what you have to do, you have to install EKS cluster first, you have to install AWS CLI first, then only you will be able to connect with the EKS cluster what you have created. Means through the Jenkins we want to connect with the EKS cluster, correct? So that is why you have to make sure like AWS CLI is already installed in your Jenkins server. Okay, so once this is fine, we have to write the command for the connection with the cluster. So like EKS connect. Okay, so Jenkins will try to connect with the EKS cluster. So this is just having simple commands. Okay, so here in the up you can see we are using parameter, right? So how you will make use of that parameter, like this block should run on, like user will select create, then only this block should be triggered. So how you will write that? So simply you have to write here simple this in words like when expression you have to use here, and here simply you have to do what, you have to do params. How you will access the parameters? Using params dot action if equal equals to create. Okay, if it is equals to create, then only this block set of blocks will get triggered. Fine. And here in the steps what I will do, must you have to write scripts. I will use scripts here, scripts. Under scripts we have to write some set of commands. First thing what I have to do, okay, first thing let's make it some conditional. Okay, so let's take a variable first. I will tell you why I'm using this variable. um, let's take this block, try catch. Okay, in the try block you have to what I want, like user has to confirm, like are you want to connect with this particular cluster. Okay, so for that reason only I am writing this block. So let's take input message. Here you have to mention some message, like something like please confirm the apply to initiate the deployments. So once he will agree with that, what we have to do, just okay, and here again give some message. It will be visible to you, like while running the Jenkins dashboard, it will pop up. Once you will click on that pop up, then only it will execute your this particular stage. So something like ready to apply config. Okay, are you ready to apply the configs, means are you ready to select this connect with that particular EKS cluster? So once yes, if he pressed that button, means apply will be true. So that is why I took that variables. Okay, once user has given it as a true, then fine. Otherwise user has neglected this, ready to he is not ready to apply to the config, he is not ready to connect with that particular, then what you will do, apply equals to false. Apply equals to false, and we will mark our build as like unstable, not as a failure. It is not a part of failure, right? So for that you have to use Jenkins variable. So I will be using here like Jenkins variable like current. I will change it as unstable, so it will not show red mark. Okay, like it failed. It will show the Jenkins job as unstable. Okay, once user has selected this, now what you have to do, catch is done. Once he has selected the apply, then it should connect with the particular cluster, right? So if apply, if he has done the apply, then I will write the shell script. Okay, so what is the shell script? We will write sh. Let's do one thing. I will write multi-line shell script here. So qctl apply hyphen f, and where this is the dot will do what, in the present working directory we have all the Kubernetes manifest files, so it will get deployed. Deployment.yml and service.yml will get deployed. Okay, so basically I done mistake. This is not connect, this is EKS deployment. Okay, so here I will write the block, so that will help you to connect with the particular EKS cluster. So EKS connect. Okay, here you have this, I think block is missing. Okay, and here inside this is steps. So this is the stage that is complete, that is EKS deployment. So before that we are doing this EKS connect, right? So without connecting to a particular cluster, be able to deploy the Kubernetes manifest file, correct? So that is why we have to deploy it first. So for that, what you will do, just go to Google and try to search uh, connect to EKS cluster. So why we are doing this, we will get the command whatever is necessary to connect to the EKS cluster, right? So Jenkins will be the host which will get connected to the EKS cluster. So whatever service deployment you will launch there, you will be able to access from the Jenkins server itself. So we will see that. So see, for that, make sure you have already installed this AWS CLI. Okay, so you see here it is checking the version. If you are not installed, like I have not yet installed, so I have to install. Once this is done, you can check this caller identity. It will show you your correct credential you are using or not. It will just verify. Okay, and this is the command we will be using. So just take it. We have to install the AWS CLI, correct? So that we will install. Let me take this command and copy it here. So we will be running multi-line shell script. So fine. Now let's paste the command here. Once the command is ready, uh, let's go back and AWS CLI 122.20.04, correct? Just choose, or you can go to my installation. I think I have deleted due to some issue, but let's check here. Once you will come to this page, you have to select your OS. So this is the Linux Ubuntu version we are going to use. So just copy. Okay, start from here itself. Okay, just copy these all things, just go to your EC2 instance. This is your Jenkins, correct? So here just paste those all things. I think it got stuck. Let me refresh the page. So once this is up, just be a root user first. So then paste the things. It will install your. Okay, unzip is not found, correct? So let's do one thing. Just go here and try downloading from this commands. Instead of installing, you can go for the second one. Once the package you have downloaded, unzip. Again it is asking for unzip. Okay, just take this command, apt, enter. Once it's been installed, just run the previous command, that is unzip. Once you will unzip, this is the one. This is our executable, and here I came. Let's wait. So first we will try to make the connection between Jenkins to the EKS, then we will deploy the Kubernetes manifest file. So here we can have a overview of advanced Jenkins as well. Like we are using parameters, we are using environment variables, which we haven't seen till now. So let me pause the video. So once this is done, let's install. Okay, so now once you will run this, you can check the version of AWS you are using. Just copy and paste here. Okay, that's correct. Now we are done with this. We will again go to our Jenkins. First we came here, right? Now what we will do, so what we will do here, we need to connect this cube cluster, right? What is the cluster name? Just go back to the code, and the name is demo cluster. We can see from the logs, right? So what we will do, we will variabilize this, right? We can have multiple cluster. In that case, what you will do, so let's variabilize this. Let's go again. Okay, now what you have to do, just take it as a string. string, and here you have to provide some variables like first name, again name, what name, just give us something meaningful, that is cluster. And what is the default value you want to give, that also you can provide. I will use default value, and let's choose the demo cluster. Once the demo cluster is there, let's add some description. So here EKS cluster name. Okay, so this will just variabilize our EKS cluster. So now let's do one thing. In which region, if you want to give a choice, like in which region you want to connect your EKS cluster, it doesn't mean like your cluster will be in a single variable. So in that case, what you will do, you can use the same for different environments variables, different regions. So REGIONS regions. What will be your default region? I will be choosing US East 1. I always prefer this US East 1. Once this is done, EKS cluster region GION. Once this is done, right, what you will do, you have to go here and let's variabilize this. So how you will call out those all variables here? So for that, what you have to do, you just have to simply write like dollar, inside dollar there will be curly braces. Okay, and inside this params dot, what is the parameter name you have given? So so what is the reason name we give? That is reason only. You have to put here, okay, REGION. Okay, so again the cluster name you have to provide here. That is again params dot cluster. So once this is done, before that, you remember, like we have installed AWS CLI, so we have to configure the user, whatever we have configured. So we have used access key and the secret key in the Terraform, right? The same access key and the secret key we will be using here. So this is very important, guys. If you are going to use different access keys, your code is not going to work. Miss Jenkins will be not able to authenticate if you are using different access key and the secret key, correct? So make sure you are using the correct one. So to set, you have a simple command like AWS configure set AWS access key ID, and here you have to provide the AWS access key ID, correct? And in the same way you have to provide, like, see how why I am this. If you will go here, if you will do AWS configure, correct, so it will ask you for these values, the same things using command line I am doing here, right? So okay, so just copy this configure, and here AWS secret ECRET secret access key. Okay, along with that, what the third value it will ask you, that is reason, correct? Again copy the same code, again paste, and here this time you will pass AWS set reason, REGION, correct? And these all things we have to variabilize, right? So how we will variabilize? We will use Jenkins environment variables. After parameter you can give here like environment. Okay, inside that take any meaningful name, like I will be taking access key equals to, and secret key equals to, correct. And how we will pass these all variable, right? We are not going to pass in the some code groovy script directly. This is not a correct approach. So for that, what we will do, we will just go to Jenkins. Just go to Jenkins here, go to Jenkins, click on dashboard, go to manage credential. Where is manage credential? Manage Jenkins. Go to manage credential. Once you are here, just click on this. Okay, okay, so actually this is new, so no credential is there. I got confused. Just click on add credential. Here, just select this secret text. Okay, secret text is there. Now you will write here the secret. Okay, so what secret you will give here? Let's take this one. Okay, this is not a type of secret. This is value and this is description. So I'll be using mine. So I have already created a user in the AWS account. If you don't know, just watch my previous video. I have already shown there. Okay, copy, and okay, that is a secret. But this is access key, right? Okay, so means we have correct value. Paste, create. We have to, in the same way, just create one more, that is this is access key, and second one will be secret. Okay, again choose secret. Where is the secret? Just go here. You have to just create a user into AWS, right, with some permission. So I will be choosing from here. Select one. I'm not able to select. Oops. Let me paste it to the notepad, then take it from there. Oh my god. Sorry for this. For better experience, you can watch on 1.5 speed. Okay, so I have pasted. If it is correct, then it will obviously it will connect. So the same name we will use. How we will call this, guys? This is very important. How you will call this all credential? Okay, so you will call by this name. Just copy this name. Go back to your Jenkins. Here you will just type credential. Credential inside this. Just paste the same name. Okay, fine. In the same way, credentials. What is the second name? This is the second name we gave. So this is a very good approach, guys. Okay, once you are done with that, you will pass those value, correct? So how you will pass those value? Dollar, and now this is storing your credential from Jenkins, right? Paste again here, dollar, paste. So once this is done, let's do one thing. Let's try out that thing first, then we will go for second. Okay, if it is able to connect with the EKS cluster, then we are almost done, guys. So git add, git commit, EKS stage, EKS, fine. Let's push it. Once this will push, we will start building our Jenkins job. So let's see. if we are able to do that or not. Just go to dashboard. Just this is your job, just press on that, build now. So guys, you remember we have used parameter and all, right? So if you will now run this, it should give you, okay, some error we have got. Let's check first. Maybe something wrong we did. Okay, so here we are missing the slash n, correct? Okay, here. So for different things you have to provide slash n means a new line, right? Create, then destroy, or destroy a cluster. So that is why that is very necessary. Okay, let's build this job again. It is running now. Okay, so I see EKS got connected, guys. So it succeed, right? Great, great. So now once you have succeed, we have already done the this git checkout is done, EKS connect is done. Now we will go for EKS deployments. Okay, fine. So we are already ready with this part of code, correct? So we can deploy and check, right? So let's do git add. Hope you are aware of that. So I will give you a quick walkthrough. I'm taking just a variable false. Okay, I have initialized it as a false. Okay, so if user will initiate, user want to initiate the deployment, he will click on the job. Okay, I will show you, it will pop up. Once you will click on that, you will provide access. Okay, go ahead and deploy this manifest file. It will ask you, it will give you this message. Once you will, okay, user has clicked, the variable will be set to true because user has given permission. Otherwise, if your user has not given permission or nothing is happening, what we will do, we will keep it apply only, keep it false only, and we will not make the build as failed, right? This doesn't mean some error came, so we will make it fail. No, the build will be unstable. Once its value is true, okay, just apply this simple command. What you do, guys, kubectl apply -f, and this will simply deploy your manifest files, right? So let's just go ahead and let's just do this. Git add done, EKS uh, added, fine. Get push origin. Let's build this. If our that stage is fine, it will run, right? So see, now you have the option of build with parameters. See the magic. Now you have this, you have made dynamic create, destroy, or destroy EKS cluster, right? This is what I was talking. This makes your code very beautiful, and you can do this. So see, this is the name of the cluster. If you have multiple clusters in multiple region, just update this, right? And try to click on build. So let's see if the build is succeed. So see, I will show you it will ask you for the option. Okay, some error came. Let's check, something wrong with that. If apply def apply equals to false, startup failed, expected a step. Okay, are we not using step here? It is steps is already there. When expression equals to third action equals to create, fine. Steps, okay, so this is not a script, it is a script only. Maybe that is the issue. Now just push it to the origin. Okay, we have already crossed 1 hour, guys, but this is the time which is very important for you. because in most of the industry level project you are going to do the same thing, nothing apart from that. So just fully concentrate on this part. So see, now once this will connect, this will give us options. See, this is what I was talking about. Please confirm the apply to initiate the deployments. When you will apply this, your variable value going to be true. Apply, and let's check if it's applied or not. Maybe issue will come. Why kubectl not found? Why kubectl not found? Because you have not installed the minikube, right? Something you should install on your Jenkins, then only Jenkins will understand this command. So what you have to do, you just have to go to my installation guide. Here, just select the minikube from here, copy this code, go back to the Jenkins, create a file vi mini.sh, paste it. So guys, I have kept all the command handy for you all, so you no need to worry going and searching something. Okay, just take it from here, just clone this and use. Okay, so it will save you your lot of times, right? It is going to save your time. So what are the things we have seen? Let it install. Okay, so we have seen this EKS cluster done, deployment file done, this done, and this is in progress, right? And this part we have already done, right? So this will come here in the done list, and this Jenkins CD we are still in progress, right? We are doing this error debugging, okay, side by side whenever is required. Okay, so it is going to take too much time, guys. So meanwhile, what we can do we have something left? Okay, so this is what we have left. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's work on this file only. So once this is going to do what, this is going to apply. Okay, so now what I want to do, I want to create one more stage which will destroy kubectl delete, right? So let's add one more stage. Delete deployments, right? Inside that, what you have to do again, when, and inside when what you have to do, expressions, right? Expression what? If params dot action equals to what? Destroy. You have given no destroy here. See, this is the second option. If they will choose destroy, it has to execute this one, right? So once they will choose this, then under steps you have what? Script. Under script you have to write all the command. How we will start? Again, take a variable def destroy equals to false. Again, here write the try block again, try, and here you have to provide the input message. Again, just select this, please confirm the destroy to initiate to delete the deployments. Ready to destroy, ready to destroy the config? If yes, then set destroy equals to true, the same way what we did earlier, right? Just paste here, deploy equals to going to be true. Now once this is true, what you have to add a catch block, right? In the catch you have to pass, if some error comes, and do what? Set destroy equals to false, and and mark the current build as stable again. Copy this and paste here. So if the user will choose destroy, right? If what, check the variable. If the variable is true, then do what? Let's take multi-line. Fine. What you have to do? kubectl delete -f delete. Correct. So this is looking good now. So let's check that stage first, then we will come to this. If any error come, we will resolve that, right? So we will delete the deployments. From here I will show you the app as well. Let's check if it is been installed or not, minikube is there or not. Okay, let's check. kubectl. Okay, maybe it's not installed because while installing minikube you have to don't be a root user while installing. Let me initiate this first and let me come back to you once this is done, right? So it's booting up the control plane, means after some time we are ready, the control plane is ready. So we got the message like kubectl container is now configured to use minikube cluster. So whether you can install kubectl directly, guys, or you can install minikube. Like I was having this script of minikube that includes the kubectl command installation as well. So that is why I took the shortcut and did. Now kubectl command started working, guys, right? So now let's go back and run our cd pipeline once again. So again you have to, it will ask you these details, just fill it out and let's wait. Hope this time it should go well. So just, are you ready for the deployments? Just click on that. Okay, ready to apply the config. It failed again. Let's see what is the issue. Okay, something wrong we have wrote. Okay, unknown field math labels. It should be match labels, right? Where is that issue? Match. Okay, match 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 labels. Let's check the other field as well. Okay, there only. Fine. Now add, push it. Hopefully this time it should run, guys. So these error are nothing, you are already aware, right? From the error we only learn. So once this deployment is done, we would be able to uh, access our application, whatever we have built in the CI part, right? Choose all the option, build it fast. EKS cluster connect is going on. Just select this, apply to the config. Now let's check the logs. Again it failure. Why? Because deployment.yml error parsing service.yml error creating this mapping values are not allowed in this. Mapping values are not allowed in this context. Let me check the issue. Oh my god. Kind equals to service. API version is fine, metadata is fine, labels, app is same, spec selector, app, my Spring Boot app. This looks good. Once the push is done, let's go back. Build with parameters. If you are good with your Kubernetes manifest file, then you can skip this error part. Okay, but if you are staying, you are learning something, right? So that if you will write the same code in your system, you would be aware what are the values you have to change, correct? Okay, give it permission, apply. Let's check the logs. Our deployment is already created, guys, right? So this time it should create the service. Kubectl apply is going on. Why it is taking too much time? Kubectl get all if you will do. Okay, because the Jenkins its server itself is lagging, right? So that is why maybe this is the issue. Okay, so because why this error came? Because you know, right? This server, your server is down, that is why. But this time finally your code should run. Kubectl get all. We should see our deployment at least. Kubectl. So I see nothing right now. Let's run it again. So did this time it's been succeed, guys. So you can see kubectl apply -f deployment is unchanged because it's been already triggered, and now this time service has been created. So let me tell you what was the issue. If you will go to your service file and if you will see, I was using earlier label, but that was correct. You have to use labels here, right? So once this is done, let's go back to the Jenkins server. Let's do kubectl get all, and here we should be able to see all those things. So see, this is the load balancer. You just need to copy it. It takes some time to uh, the application takes some time to come up, right? So you have to wait for some time. So this was the overall process, guys. So I will show you if that application will come up. So hope you have saw the major part was, guys, this. So this is what the Jenkins file we have. Okay, so I am planning like next to the next lecture we will do these all things using Argo CD. So hence I was trying to cover it in this lecture only, but this video being so long, okay, already we have crossed 1 hour 30 minutes, so I will not include in this. So let's check if application came up or not. It is not responding yet. Nothing to worry if the application will not come. It will come up, but it will not come up. But you are ready with all the idea like how to do and what are all the things which is required to get connected to an EKS cluster. So be proud of that. Now you know end to end complete CI/CD series. So this the same scenario you can explain in your interview as well. This is going to help you. This is going to help you. Okay, because this is what we do in a real-time project. There are many more things. Okay, that is additional. Okay, but this is a structure. If you will explain this to your interviewer, this is going to be very enough. So see, now application came up. This is what I told, this is a hello world application. Whatever times you will refresh, it is going to count hello world 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so this is what, so we have used service as a load balancer. So fine. Now let's do one thing, guys. If we have not commented this part, let's check this as well. Okay, let's check this as well. So now this time we will destroy our things whatever we have created. Let's do this first as well so we can validate. While you will write, you will not face these issues, correct? So let me validate this as well. This is fine. Just go back, trigger this job, and this time what you have to do, you have to select destroy. Fine, build. And for that we have set, I guess we have set or not. Okay, so for that also we have set ready to destroy. It will show the message to us, correct? Let's go and check. Due to when conditional, maybe we have used wrong. Okay, if destroy is to do, then do this. Why it skipped? Let me check, guys. So all things I saw, that is fine, but do not worry about this. Okay, in the next video I will show how to resolve this, but for this time let's take it as a homework. Okay, try to resolve this and ping me what are the steps you took to resolve this. Okay, till that time, thanks for watching, and please subscribe my channel. Okay, because I am that type of YouTuber who says in the last of the video, if you are liking this content, then only you have to like, right? I'm not, I haven't say before starting of this video. So that will motivate me to do such things for you, right? So just comment down your issues and all, I will try to resolve. Okay, thanks.